YouTube, what's happening? This is your boy Amp. We got the Quake back in action. In a couple seconds, you're gonna see how we did it. So hang tight. We're gonna see if this thing is durable. Cause this is a two-wheel drive basher. Welcome to Veteran RC, this is your boy Amp. Hey guys, last time we took this Quake out, if you've been following the channel, we've destroyed the chassis. All right, so today we've got a replacement chassis, but I had an idea. So if you don't know, I own a collision repair shop, and part of collision repair is plastic repair. So guys, we're gonna experiment. We're gonna repair this chassis, and we're gonna use some affordable tools, and we're gonna see if we can make this thing durable. This broken chassis, not the good chassis, but we're gonna see how much abuse and how well the plastic welding holds up on this chassis. Hang tight, give me 1 second to get set up, okay? I went ahead and took the front wheels off, and I took this assembly right here that has the on-off switch. I broke it loose because we're going to be doing repair in there. So let's go over what we're going to use today. All right, so this is a home plastic repair kit. It comes with the plastic stapler, the plastic soldering iron. It gives you 4 different type of plastic staples, and it gives you some plastic material here. That stuff works pretty decent. So we're going to try some of that out today. We actually use more of the existing material sometimes, unless we're trying to fill a void. All right, so these kits right here, man, $20 to $30 on Amazon. Harbor Freight. They're pretty run-of-the-mill. These are designed to be home kits. The industrial commercial ones that we have at the shop are actually powered off of nitrogen. They're nitrogen plastic welders, and they're a lot more expensive, but to have around the house, man, this thing is ingenious. So, all right, let's hang tight. Let me get one thing set up, and we'll go ahead and start the repair, okay? All right, guys, if you look at this thing, it's broke all the way around. It's broke on the inside, too. So, first thing that we're gonna wanna do is we wanna take a small drill bit, and at the end of that crack, well, it's actually broke to the seam, so we're actually good on that one. But this one, we're gonna put a little hole right here to keep that crack from running anymore, okay? All right, we got this joker plugged in, we got it heated up. So you got several different types of plastic rivets, okay, that come with the kit. These are probably the most popular right here. We're going to be using a lot of these today, and we're going to be using some of these. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to basically look at it, scope it out, and kind of evaluate what you've got to do. So since this chassis is actually in 2 halves, the way it comes together, what we're going to do is we're going to probably start right up in here. But first, I'm going to get one down here at the bottom to hold this thing together. All right? All right, guys, just like anything, when you're using tools, use your melons. Don't lay these things down on anything that is flammable. I usually use a glass cutting board. All right, so I got the staple in the end, and now I'm going to want to do is get it where I want it, and I'm going to pull the trigger. And you're going to see this thing start heating up. It's already starting to smoke. So you got to be careful, because I don't want this to go all the way through, but I want to get it sunk pretty good. And the cool thing is, if you don't think it's deep enough, you can always reconnect it. This one needs a little more heat. All right. Be careful too, guys. These tips get pretty hot. You want to make sure those things are all the way in, because if they're not going to make contact. I'm doing this outside because this plastic will stink your house up, and your wife will want to fight you. What? I'm serious.
Did you get that?
Get away. I didn't track clay in the house. I'm being set up. It's not me.
They're too dirty to bring them in at night. They're too dirty to put them on in the morning and walk through the house. It's not that hard.
The whole world's gonna see this video, you slapping me. And I'm gonna put it on there just in case I need to use it later. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of these staples in, then we'll go on to phase 2. All right, guys, we got this thing in. Everything looks good. It looks rigid, feels good. We're gonna cut these off. So you're gonna cut the ends of the staples off. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do next. All right, guys, got all the ends clipped off the staples. So now I'm gonna take my Dremel tool and I'm just gonna do a little smoothing out before we start trying to remelt this plastic. Guys, we got the staples in, we got them clipped, looking pretty strong, looking pretty sturdy. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come in and buzz the metal tops down off these staples a little closer. Unfortunately, the wire cutters will only do it so close. So we're gonna grind these down, guys, but hang tight, we'll be right back. All right, guys, so that's a little miniature carbide bit. As you can see, it takes all those little edges down, makes everything perfect. So when you go on to the next phase, okay? I do see one little thing that caught my finger. We're gonna take care of that right now. All right, so now that we're in here, we're also gonna make sure that there's nothing that came through that could pop a lipo, and we're good. All right, cool. All right. Now for the stinky part. So this is a pretty hard plastic, a little different than what, you know, the bumper covers and radiator supports and stuff like that we repair at work every day. This is kind of rigid, so we're going to approach this a little differently. We're going to try not to get it too hot. And in the same respect, we're going to get it set up for that epoxy that we're going to go down with afterwards. And then we're going to go back and we'll kind of clean it up with the Dremel wheel so it don't look so unappealing. So the epoxy, we're going to actually come on the inside of here too, where that waffle area is. And we're going to fill in some of that around where this cracked area is. All right, guys, hang tight 1 second. We got this thing heated up. This is not my favorite one. My favorite one's at work, but this is the one I keep here. Thing like takes forever. I thought I had it plugged in and turned on. Well, I had it plugged in but not turned on. See how I'm kind of rubbing on that plastic stick to pull off my transfer, okay? Now, I've got a couple suspension pieces that I'm going to do to try out. I'm pretty confident that this is going to hold. Yeah, that joker's starting to cook now. So once I start plastic welding, I want to keep going. I don't like to stop. I went ahead and put the tires back on the front. It's just easier. That way I can stand it up like this. So pretty much what I'm doing, guys, is I'm getting that plastic to the point where it heats up and I can force this plastic down and around that crack. Then when it come back with the epoxy, this thing should be pretty dang strong. That's looking pretty dang squared away right there. Yeah, like I said, it ain't pretty, but it works. All right, guys, give me 1 second, let this thing dry, cool down, and we will grind it, and we'll hit this thing with some epoxy. I think we're gonna go ahead and do the epoxy on the inside first. Then we'll come back and we'll do the outside. All right, guys, I changed up. I've only got a little bit of epoxy left in that tube, so I want to go ahead and use it up. So we're gonna do the outside first. All right, guys, I went through with the Dremel tool, just kind of knocked all this stuff down. Now we're gonna apply some epoxy. These are a 2-part mixing tip. What we're gonna do is push this through. We're gonna go all the way across and down. Looks messy, but hold on. We're gonna clean it up a little bit. This stuff is called Quick Set 50 because you only got 50 seconds to work with it. But this stuff is pretty dang strong. I'm just kind of lightly going over it just so it's not so bulky and ugly looking. And the biggest reason why we grinded was for this stuff right here. All right, looks good, guys. Hang tight, we'll do the inside. Then we'll put this thing to the test. We'll take it. All right, guys, so right now we've got some epoxy down on the inside. We're getting it all smoothed out. We filled up these waffle cones right through here where it was all cracked up. So, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think we're gonna be good to go. Let me put this thing back together and we're gonna give this thing a rip. All right, guys, let's see if this plastic welding holds up. All right, guys, so we used plastic staples and we plastic welded this thing all for this moment right here. Oh, it's still going. Now, I'm not gonna try to intentionally break this because that means I gotta put the whole chassis back on. Oh, it's holding up. This truck just makes me happy. All right, let's do a fronty. Woo-hoo-hoo! Even lawn darted and didn't break. That's what I'm talking about. So, in Ampology, under plastic repair, you can say success. Oh, hold on, I'm stuck on a stupid tree down here. All right, here we go. Let's do a backy, do a fronty. Oh, dang it. Here we go, here we go. Whoa! Oh, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, my freaking plastic repair works. That joker still ain't broke. All right. Oh, rode a wheelie. Let's see, we got a fronty. Got a fronty. Oh. Boom. On the front end, it took it. It didn't break. Woo. Oh, that's where it breaks right there, I bet you. Yeah, I get a lot of questions about the Quake, guys. Comparing it to this one, comparing it to that one. The Quake is kind of a unique beast all in itself because it's a 2-wheel drive basher. Perfect. But this video is not about the Quake, but I can't help talking about it. It's actually about the plastic repair method we just used. That's what is important. That's the science in this bash. Ooh! Beautiful. Man, I'm so happy right now. All right, guys, epic little bash. We just repaired, plastic welded the chassis on the Quake. It's holding up. It took some heinous jumps right there, and it's holding up so far. But hey, guys, the bottom line is this is to get you through to when your replacement parts come in. I'm not saying rig your crap up. This right here, if let's say, for instance, that chassis was on back order, I couldn't get it for a month, I'm playing. Let's say, for instance, it had to come from China. It's going to take 2 weeks. I'm playing. So the bottom line is, let's obviously fix them right. But hey, the plastic welding is a good alternative. Like I said before, there's a couple pieces that I want to try it on. And we'll look at that. A couple suspension pieces. I broke some on the Vigilante. And there's one other one. Oh, the dang Corrali wing mounts. We're going to plastic weld those things to the base. Anyway, guys, appreciate you stopping in. I hope this helps you sometime. Those plastic welders and staplers, you can find them anywhere. They're on Amazon. I think I paid like 18 or 20 bucks for that one in there. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best, but hey, it just worked. You saw it happen. That epoxy is made by Sims. It's called Quickset 50. That's not something you're going to keep around the house, but JB Weld makes a plastic repair that works really well, and I've used it in the past. So that's a good alternative. So hey, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm not going to put a link to anything because all you got to do is put plastic welder or plastic stapler in the search engine on Amazon or in Google, and it'll bring you up to probably 50 or 60 of them. Anyway, guys, appreciate you stopping in. Next time you see a soldier or a veteran, thank them for their service, guys. Y'all love your families. Y'all stay blessed. Amp out.